two fingers and click at the same time, you can move
Okay, we'll get on that. All right, welcome to my new vertical. I think this is vertical live stream. It's supposed to be vertical. So if you get in comments, let me know first of all if I'm 5x5. Once you join in, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna pop on my phone and see how I look on the regular one. So supposedly this is supposed to be vertical. It's supposed to help me out. Yada yada yada. So we'll see how that goes. So first, let me pop into YouTube here. And I'm going to switch out and go to my other channel. And but it's horizontal, it's not vertical. So I did use the plug-in, but I do have another thing I want to see if I can, if this will go when I mess around with other places. So let me pop into here, go to channel analog. I think I can still hear me. Live. Let's monetize it. And let me get some more things on there. And I'll go back to here. All right, so as soon as you kind of get an idea that you're on here, let me know. Pop in the chat. Otherwise, we'll do our usual, it's time to cook. There we go, got my eggs. I'm going to do our bacon. I'm just trying to get to learn the system slowly but surely. I'm kind of watching it. It's looking, there we go. So I got a delay going on here. Live chat. Let's go to live chat. Put a thumbs up. There we go. And I will start it. Testing. There we go. So, first of all, let's scrape out the pan. We used from yesterday. And a lot of times you can just do that. Get the extra grease off. And pieces parts. And then cooking with heat is going to kill anything that would possibly harm you anyway. So this was supposed to have been vertical. Of course, it says it's supposed to show up in the shorts feed also. So let me double check that and see if that's the case. There are so many things I don't know about this. Let's look at shorts. And no, it's not. So we'll have to learn more, but I do have a new streaming service that seems to be working out okay. Hopefully you'll start getting some notifications. And it looks like the voice and everything is okay. So live and learn. Our boys like, oh, you get thousands and thousands of views this way. Don't think that's happening. But I did a quick setup just to start learning the process as it was. My son was a big help on that. kind of let me know how to open windows and things so I can actually see things and that. It's kind of irritating. The only thing about having a laptop is you don't have this huge screen where a lot of times you have more room to work with. But I can kind of see everything going on. It's more professional. And it's just curious how I wonder. I wonder. So it says excellent. It says vertical. But first cook. I don't know what excellent is supposed to mean. It's another. Let me open that up. So, backtrack, nope. Stream all vertical outputs. Seems like that's on. So it seems like I got more tools here. Hey, Lawrence, how we doing? Thanks for dropping in. I'm trying a new streaming thing. I'm using OBS, and I'm trying to use what's called vertical streaming. And then later on, I will upgrade to vertical and horizontal. I've been watching some YouTube videos trying to teach me how to do that. So thanks for tuning in. This is kind of our fitness where we cook up a late breakfast for us. This is actually my second meal. My first meal is usually a shake where I blend up eggs, milk, bananas, and a scoop of protein mix just to get my day started. I've already been outside and tried to mow as much as I could, but most of my land is underwater. So first we start with bacon. And the bacon I use is from a butcher at Hy-Vee in my local area. So I don't buy the Oscar Mayer or the Black Label or Prairie Farms. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just this is better, in my opinion. It doesn't cook down to nothing. It has better flavor. So usually when I stop at Hy-Vee, I buy 3 2-pound packages. One goes in the fridge, the other 2 go in the freezer. And I'm usually good for a little while until the next time I go out there. So right now we're cooking bacon. And bacon will be what I cook the eggs in. Eggs are next because eggs are your best nutrition out there. An incredible edible egg. They have all 20 amino acids and most of your minerals and vitamins. It is. So thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. This is my first time of streaming through OBS. And it was supposed to be a vertical chat. It was supposed to pop up on the shorts menu, but I don't think that happened. And I'm sure there's still some more things I need to do to get that to happen. I don't know if I have to adjust the picture or whatever, but I'm in a learning mode. So when I cook this, I start the pan off at medium heat, and I cut it down to low once I get that bacon sizzling. And then we will go for the incredible edible egg. Now I got ones I got from the neighbor versus the ones I got from the store. And when you pop the yolk in there, you can definitely tell the difference. Store bought's going to have a light yellow color like this. And the ones that I get just down the road are going to be more of an orange. So nutrition's about the same. The thing of it is this one I know is only a couple days old. And this one time you get it from the store is probably 3 weeks old. It has a lot to do with it. Plus they're doing mass production versus regular production. So make sure you pop in the comments, like, subscribe, share, all that good YouTube stuff. I do appreciate it. Ask questions. If I don't know the answer, I will research it and present the answer on my next live stream. I do encourage everybody to double check everything I say. I do a lot of research on fitness and that. I have noticed how it has changed and what you will see pop up when you ask questions. One of my most notable ones was on vitamins. Yes, they have all 20 amino acids. And that's a good thing to bring up because a lot of times people say, well, I'm getting my protein through veggies. You know, the problem is vegetables don't have 20 amino acids. Veggies range maybe only from about 5 to 10 amino acids. So you're missing out a lot of amino acids that you need. Why are the amino acids important? Your liver uses those to combine to the usable proteins that you need. So a lot of people who are vegetarians, they should also be taking like some sort of protein shake to make sure that they're getting enough of protein because your brain alone requires a lot of protein, up to like 90 grams of protein a day just for brain health. And if you're not getting it, well, then your body starts taking it from your muscles. You literally start eating yourself. So yes, they contain all 20 amino acids. They contain almost all your minerals and vitamins. The only thing they don't have is vitamin C. But remember, this has everything to make a baby chicken. You know, when they're fertilized, you put them in an incubator. If you want to get in better shape, you want to lose weight, instead of eating cereal, got all the sugars in them and all those preservatives and God knows what else is in them. Eggs, sausage, eggs, and bacon, whatever. Yes, bacon does have a lot of fat, but it's better than the seed oils. And if you want, you can get, you know, alternatives like turkey bacon, you know, that other stuff. So, and there's nothing wrong with being vegetarian lifters. Uh, it's just make sure that you're getting all 20 amino acids. It's going to be tougher for a vegetarian to get enough protein, especially if they're a lifter. So what they need to do is they probably need to have a secondary shake. And if you're a vegetarian, I don't know if you're allowed to eat eggs or not. If you're allowed to eat eggs, problem solved. I mean, my morning protein shake consists of some milk, water, 3 eggs, sometimes 4, a banana if I have them, and then now I'm adding a scoop of protein mix to it because I'm cutting back on the eggs. Day of success, how we doing? So slow and steady. So here was kind of how I started mine. I used to post videos on these Facebook groups of my benching and that, and I get a lot of views, a lot of comments, and a bunch of us started talking together. And my daughter said, you know, Dad, you should have a fitness channel. You're getting a lot of attention out there. So I had them set it up, but if you do go to YouTube, there is tutorials walking you right through it. But I did have my 2 daughters set my channel up. And initially, it was slow. You know, I'd post some benches, and you know, I had 7 subscribers, and I had 25 subscribers. Most people I knew, and then I had like 75, and I was like, wow, man, this is great. And then I had one video go viral. Just I think it's currently got like almost 660,000 views. And I had a guy said, if you want to up your views, have a good description, use hashtags, and try to answer everybody's comments. So I literally, this was getting thousands of views a day, 10, 15,000 views every day for a while. And I had a lot of comments that I had to keep up with. And it did for about 2 months. It just, YouTube liked it for whatever reason. And that made my channel. So that got me over 1,000 subscribers. That got me at the time over 4,000 viewing hours. So then it did get me monetized. But it takes usually a long time. For me, it took about a year. And it's because of that one video that rushed it. I have a secondary channel called Farms in Wilderness. And I'm up to like 780 subscribers. It's much slower, more realistic. But what you have to do is you have to present I always just present honest content. I don't worry about the big clickbait unless I call it out on purpose. And I'm open to discussion. Stone lifting, Atlas stone, Greek stones. I've picked up stones. Yes, I've thrown boulders. I did the Scottish games. Uh, geez, probably 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I was out in Washington visiting my daughter and her husband, and they took me to the Highland Games for Father's Day, and then I signed up for it. So yeah, I threw a boulder. We all sorts of fun stuff. But the Atlas stones, that's next level stuff. I'll tell you. I mean, I do powerlifting. My hats off to people that do the strongman because that is intense. A lot of times if I work out, I put the world's strongest men videos on, and then, that gets me all ramped to go. Let's flip the bacon over. Now I do cook slow. I think you preserve more flavor that way. You gotta be patient for your food. Like I said, I heat up the pan at medium, but then when I start cooking, I kick it down to low. Same thing with the eggs. Eggs I'll cook on low. I'll throw some butter in there, and other times I'll maybe slice up different type of meat to add to them, or I'll throw cheese on the eggs if I do scrambled eggs. But yeah, the Highland games were fun, and time I was done, I was beat and I was hungry. And luckily, the daughter took us to this big hamburger place out there. I think we're in Tacoma, Washington. I ordered two big hamburgers because I was seriously hungry. Who first got you into lifting? Well, kind of myself. I was very skinny when I was younger. I had a metabolism that wouldn't shut down. So when I was 13, I had my dad buy me one of those weight sets, 110-pound sets from Sears. Those concrete and plastic weights. I literally built my first bench out of 2x4s and plywood and padding, and had that set up in my room. And that's where I started lifting. And then my neighbor got into football, and he started lifting, and he had some better weights, so we used to lift together. And then when I got into high school, sports, I'd lift out at the weight room. I did wrestling, I did track, I did cross country. And in service, same thing. I would go down to the weight rooms and lift. College, I did a lot of lifting. And then when I got married, I set up a gym in the house, in the garage, and I was lifting pretty heavy back then. Not heavy weights, but I mean, I would do 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. So it was three on, one off, three on, one off. And I'd have people that would encourage me or let me know about different types of lifting styles, but I was pretty much self motivated. I remember by the time I was in my early 30s, I was pretty ripped. Of course, I still had Mr. Metabolism going for me. And then when I got in my 40s, I changed my lifts to less reps, heavier weights, and I started getting stronger. So I mean, the first time I benched 315, I was 40 years old. First time I benched 405, I was 45 years old. My best bench was about 3 years ago in the gym at 480 pounds. I don't know if I'll get back there. It's tough, but I can still throw 405 up when I need to. And the best in competition was 446.4, which ties me currently now for fifth in the world in my age and weight bracket. So yeah, I kind of got myself into it. But you had your heroes. You'd watch, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno were pretty much the main ones I would watch back then. So let's get the plates out. I am going to try to do a dual broadcast later on and try to do both horizontal and vertical at the same time. Suppose I should be able to do this. I thought this would be a vertical one, but I don't know if it is a vertical one. Are you finding me on regular live stream videos, or did you find me on the shorts? Because on vertical, you're supposed to be able to find you on short. And I don't know if I need to adjust how it looks, because I know right now I've got it as a horizontal one, but I thought I was pushing it differently. So let me try something here. Yeah, so now it's still horizontal. Huh, how do I get this out of here? Interesting. Sources, video camera, properties, filters. So, yeah, so you take your time. Will be the first thing I always tell people is don't be in a hurry to get there. Nutrition and rest are just as important, and a lot of people don't understand that. That you need to not only, let me see something here. Get out of there. If you don't have at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night, you're not going to get the level of, I'm trying to think of the word now. You're not going to get the results you want. So I always tell people, listen, 6 to 8 hours of sleep, make sure you're getting, I would say, 3 to 5 meals a day. And, that'll make sure that you're getting enough nutrition. If you don't get the nutrition, what happens is all that work that you did kind of goes against you. So your body needs about 0.5 gram per body weight. Also, there are some other lifts you can do. Triceps are going to be very important. Tricep pull downs, skull crushers, anything straighten your triceps will help you do more. Pec flies, whether machine or dumbbells, will help. Uh, Dips, weighted dips will definitely increase your bench. And overhead pressing, whether it's seated or standing, that will definitely help it also. But you need the nutrition and you need to rest. Otherwise, you're kind of working against yourself. You gotta take your time. It's not going to happen overnight. A lot of times it's just that people want it to happen right away, and then they end up getting hurt. Slow and steady wins the race. Hey Steve, how you doing? I twice a week generally, and then about 5 days a week I work out. But even my job is a workout. I move a lot of heavy tooling that weighs anywhere from 30 to 70 pounds, and I do that for 8 hours. So I get a solid 5 days a week in. Sometimes I'll throw a 6 day in. Sometimes on a Saturday I'll go visit a gym that I haven't been to for a while, just to kind of catch up with everybody. Like this week, Monday I did legs and arms. Tuesday I did what I call cardio bench. So I'm doing benching, but I'm doing reps at 225, 275, and 315 as many as I can. And then today is my heavy lift bench. So I'm doing heavy singles. Now, of course, I need to warm up because warming up is very important. But then I'll do like pauses at 315, 335, 365, 385. And then I'll probably go after a 405 touch and go. All right. Well, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. You know, if you're on the YouTube end of it and that, you know, that cool YouTubey stuff. And I appreciate you guys stepping in. If it was your first time, let me know. Say first time here. And I'm just trying to see if this format is going to reach out to more videos or not. It does seem it's a little more accurate on the information it's given me, but I still have a lot to learn about it. Just downloaded the program today, and so I'm going to need to learn the ins and outs of it. So when I first pop the eggs in here, I'll actually take the pan off the heat, because I want to get all the eggs in there and don't want them all cooked. Time to put the last egg in there. Now, usually I do this when I'm going to do scrambled eggs. And the eggshells go in the food bucket. So the main difference I see is when I pop the eggs is, I don't know how well it will show. Let me see if I can, the advantage of having a laptop is, you know, do I got you in there? Yeah. So you can see that the store-bought egg is a yellow, and the one that I got from the farmer is orange. And a lot of times that has to do with just how fresh the egg is. That's usually the main difference you will see with that. So I'm going to say that the vertical might have some success. I think next time I'll schedule it. So then everybody will get the notification. I know on YouTube, if you just start streaming, they don't get a notification, but if you schedule it at least a little bit more than a half hour, then everybody will get a notification that the stream is going to start. But I got to hurry up and eat and then get to the gym for my workout. So time is a crunching. I thought my neighbor was going to be home. Well, or he's just not looking at his phone. I tried calling and it went right to voicemail. So we go through a lot of eggs in this family, and we probably eat about 10 dozen eggs a week. So I go through them faster than the chickens can lay them. And usually I try to stop at the store to get some things to eat before I go to work. And yesterday I kind of bought for 2 days because I knew that I was going to be busy today. Although I was busy, I thought I was going to be. All right, let me catch up here. Here we go, see? Well, Steve, appreciate it. Thank you. So I am starting creatine when I remember to put it in the drink. So I got this from my buddy at Apex Nutrition. So if you go to Apex Nutrition online and you use MacBean15, you will get a discount. Also, I take arginine, which helps with the circulation, helps with the pump. And those are basically my two main items. I take vitamins and minerals, and I take some other minerals for breathing and sinuses and things like that. I try to stay away from caffeine. Caffeine and I don't get along. So I was drinking one drink I didn't think had any in there, and then I looked at it and go, oh my God, it's got a lot in there. So I don't like to have my heart race without me exercising. So I tend to stay away from the caffeine. just my personal choice. I just never had a good tolerance to it. I mean, I can have a cup of coffee in the morning, that's it. And if I don't have coffee again for 2 or 3 days, it's fine. It was never something I had to have. I've had friends where they don't get their coffee, they get a headache, and that's what happens. If you start taking a lot of caffeine, your body starts to get the depend on it. And then when you remove the caffeine, it's not good for you. But nothing wrong with a cup of coffee in the morning. But that's where I leave it as, just the morning. So otherwise, most of my you know calories is where I get my bench from. So I try to be at about 3,500 calories a day and about 200, at least 200 grams of protein a day. I currently am 6'4", weigh about 240 pounds. So that's kind of where I'm at. Hey, there we are. Your double shoulder shows. Yeah, so I could not get those to process while I was at work. I could get the shorts, but the longer videos would upload and then he'd just sit there and process for hours. So I deleted them. And then, of course, when I got home, uploaded and processed right away. So I don't know, maybe work has done something, which wouldn't surprise me much. I'll see if if I had a similar problem today, then I'll just start popping my longer videos when I get home late at night. So yeah, I was just putting the shorts, and I was just, if they weren't letting me do it one way, I was gonna do it another way. So I tend to just do these over easy when I'm cooking in the cast iron. I find it when I do scrambled, it tends to stick to the bottom of the pan, and when I do over easy over medium, I don't have that problem. No clue why. It just is what it is. So don't forget to hit those likes. So add stream marker. I don't know what add stream marker means. I'll click it and see what happens. Unable to add stream marker. Markers appear in the video. There we go. All right. About an hour. So I usually my workouts are about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. I always wanted to get in and do longer ones so I can do some accessories. But generally, it's at least an hour. And if I am there for an hour and a half, that's when I'll pull out the dumbbells. And then I'll use some other machines and cables and kind of mix it up. But generally, I'm in the gym for an hour, 5 days a week. I wish I had more time, but I have a full-time job. Grass is growing. And I have other things that I have to get done. But every now and then I'll go and I'll do a 2 hour or 2.5 hour session. And it's generally when I go to one of the bigger gyms where there's more people there. I think the last time I went to Shorewood with Chad, that's the name I'm using. Gosh. I think we were there about 2.5 hours. So it depends. I wish I had the energy for the 3 hour ones. I wish I had the time for the 3 hour ones. Back then I had a regular 7 to 3 job. I got home about 3:30 and I worked out to 6:30. I worked right out of my garage. And I mean, nothing happened until my workout was done. At 6:30, I fired up the grill. I cooked up rice. I cooked up meats, veggies, and I ate everything in sight. And then I ate again before I went to bed. I had to cook extra food to take to work with me. And I probably while I was at work, I was eating every 2.5 hours. So I was doing a of calories. They were good, and it definitely built the foundation that I work on now. I can't hear you talk when I'm talking on the grill. Okay, probably have to start getting my Bluetooth hooked up here. So, yeah, I forgot what I said. A typical chest workout is an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. So yeah, my sessions are at least an hour long. Sometimes I'll pull a 2 hour one, but hour 60 to 90 minutes are my goal, and that generally gets everything I need to get done. So I try not to. I know people in their 70s and 80s that still bench press. I worked out with Walker. He was 81 years old. He was bench pressing 235 pounds. He was deadlifting 365, and I think he was squatting 315. He's 81 years old. So no, I don't plan on ever stop benching or lifting. Now, will I be doing 4 plates when I'm 70? Well, sure, I try. Am I doing it at 80? Probably not. You know, eventually age will catch up, but I'm fighting it off as long as I can. And I find a lot of people have that misconception because they're a certain age that they shouldn't be lifting heavy weights. And I say, well, you always want to be safe, but I don't fall into that. I mean, I had doctors since I was 40 telling me not to lift heavy. I ignored them then. I ignore them now. The incredible edible egg. Nothing's better. So I'd like to thank everybody that joined in on my little experiment here. I probably still have some more things to learn on it to get things set up in that. So fade, duration, scene transitions, audio seems to be really good. Hey, Corey Wills, how we doing? Bacon and eggs. Just finished cooking them, getting ready to eat them. I'm gonna eat them, brush my teeth, get dressed, and head to the gym. Yeah, I'll give myself about a half hour to get the food to start digesting. But generally, I'll be lifting from about 1 to 2. I think yesterday I was in there for about 70 minutes, and I had a really good shoulder workout. And today is just heavy pause, which surprisingly enough to me is easier than doing all those reps I do on Tuesday. So appreciate everybody stopping in. I'm going to try one of these times to do a dual broadcast and see how that works out. I just got a lot of things to learn about this, and I'll be watching some more. On steroid use, you're adult, make adult decisions. I personally don't do it because I don't want to assume the risk that I see that there's risk. So I stay natural. I know people who are on TRT, and maybe someday I'll go on it, but the only thing I have about that is you're now stopping your own body's production of it, and you're relying on at first probably a cream and then an injection. And I just feel that you're chasing it all the time. So unless my feeling, if you start on TRT, you're going to be on it for life. Do I have the same energy and get up and go ahead? 20 years ago, no, I don't. But I try to stay natural. I try to get the rest that helps. Try to avoid the foods that negatively impact TRT. I try to take the stuff that positively impact it. But like my one video that started this whole channel is getting the gym and lift. I don't care one way or another. You know, if you're over 21, do what you feel is good for you. So if you want to use TRT, go ahead and use it. If you want to use, other sorts of gear, the only thing I would say is make sure you do it under doctor supervision. I don't mean a doctor from the internet. I mean your own family doctor. The people that I know that are on it, get their liver checked often. So, but I don't have an opinion on it one way or another. It's not anything different than people wearing bench shirts or slingshots. You're still lifting, you're still getting exercise, you're still getting your heart rate up. So that's why it says just get in the gym and lift. Personally, it's not for me, but maybe it's for them. There you go, sing for tonight. Please release me, let me go. As you can see, I'm not a singer. So everybody, thank you for popping in. I'm now going to see how I can stop this. Jane, stop this crazy machine. I am on OBS now, so it is something that I'm just now learning. And hopefully I'll get the dual broadcasting down. That'll be probably something I try to accomplish on Monday. So everybody remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, have fun, take walks in the sun.